Easter was not originally about pastel outfits, polite church photos, and pretending you have not eaten half the cotton candy before noon. Forget the aesthetic baskets and Easter bunny propaganda. The real roots involve fertility symbolism, lunar-based scheduling, and a rabbit that somehow became responsible for egg distribution with zero scientific explanations. So here are 4 things you didn't know about the real obscure origins of Easter. 1. The name may have pagan roots. The name Easter itself is not found in the Bible. The word Easter may come from Eostra, a Germanic goddess associated with spring, dawn, and fertility. She was honored during a spring festival called Eostermonath, meaning the month of Eostra, which is what we now call April. Eostra comes from a Proto-Germanic word, Austron, meaning east, because the sun rises in the east, symbolizing new light after darkness. And Eostra's sacred symbols: eggs and rabbits, because eggs symbolized life, rebirth, and renewal, and rabbits reproduce extremely quickly, so they became symbols of fertility and abundance. So originally, eggs and rabbits were deeply symbolic. Now they're filled with chocolate and emotional expectations. 2. The Easter bunny is biologically questionable. The Easter bunny comes from German folklore about a rabbit called Osterhus, who delivered eggs to well-behaved children. German immigrants brought this tradition to America in the 1700s, and suddenly a mammal became responsible for distributing bird offspring. No explanation, no credentials, just vibes and seasonal employment. Ancient cultures associated rabbits with fertility because they reproduce quickly, which is symbolically logical, but does not answer why the rabbit is now in charge of egg logistics. 3. Easter is based on lunar timing. Easter doesn't have a fixed date like Christmas. Instead, it happens on the first Sunday after the full moon following the spring equinox, which occurs on March 22nd every year. This means Easter can happen anywhere between March 22nd and April 25th. So yes, the timing of one of Christians' most important holidays depends on lunar math. Church leaders in the 4th century basically said, we will take astronomy, theology, and seasonal symbolism and combine them into one scheduling system. 4. The resurrection is the core meaning. At its foundation, Easter commemorates the resurrection of Jesus Christ after his crucifixion. According to the New Testament of the Bible, Jesus Christ was crucified around 30 to 33 CE. 3 days later, his followers reported that his tomb was empty and he had risen from the dead. This event became central to Christian belief because it represents hope after despair, renewal after suffering, life after death, and victory over sin. Everything else, eggs, rabbits, pastel aesthetics, and Easter baskets, came later, which means the holiday is both a spiritual celebration of hope and a seasonal festival that has accumulated symbolism over time. History layered meaning on top of each other, but at the center of Easter is the message of the resurrection of Jesus Christ and new life. So yeah, the next time you open chocolate eggs and eat pastel-colored candy, remember, Easter is a mix of ancient fertility symbolism, resurrection theology, and a rabbit that skipped biology class.